Hi, my name is Branko Stipanovic. I'm art antique restorer and artist too. Being artist, in your long life you touch many different objects and techniques. As you see, I'm busy with the precious stone turquoise on mask, ritual mask from 14th century, the big nation of Aztecs, and later existing tribes on territory of United States like Navajo Indians. The mask was inspiration for me. I found it in the museum in London with a nice description. I decided to do a replica just to take a challenge how to work on this stone. The mask itself is built by the small pieces, as you can see, and the big ones, just to have that impression of being close to that original mask. I'm just trying to follow everything. I build a base, it's a cedar wood, and using the actually pine resin as a glue originally there. Then we have the ices, and we have this what should be built from it is the mother shell pearl material what I'm cutting with this small machine I used very often for grinding, especially this area here in imperfections, and a small circular cutter. I will just show how I do this. Then I will go in the working and finishing the ices. This is actually the shape, paper shape, what I will follow. Just working on the best color I can find here. Right, like this. I'm going with the first taking best shape, not to waste too much material, marking this with a simple pencil. Like this. This will be rough, obviously cutting, and later on is going precise measurement of the exact shape I need on the mask. Well, I will show you actually how I do this. As I told you, this is one small cutter like this one, what is actually doing a great job. You will see now. I will take this actually stone grinder out to use that later. Put it to cutter like this, and you see it's just going to cut nicely. You see, when it's pretty thick, is cutting nicely. Same thing I use for the stone, to shape that in the smaller pieces to fit in any place I need, and later on to polish the stone. These imperfections are actually part of the mask phase, because story is that it's old and ugly wart god, they call them, actually decided to sacrifice himself, jumping in the fire and becoming a sun after that. everyone's celebrating this. This means mask is very positive on the end of the story, but this is only an inspiration and artwork. With all respect for the Aztecs and for the Navajo people and the other ones, I don't go in your mythology. I'm just an artist, but trying to do the best I can. Well, I show you how I cut mother shell pearl. Then I will show you now actually how I do grinding stone with the same. You see, I took it off. For example, any imperfection I see around, I just go to smooth it up in some way. After that I have a sandpaper, what is paper with diamonds. I use in restoration of the marble and granite, and it's working very well for polishing, smoothing that up and coming to that natural shine we need. The Navajo people and the other tribes use the different stones they found around for grinding. Everything actually they did by the hand, not like these machines I'm using. What is quite it's a pretty fake for what they did, but this is much easier for us now today. The stone is very hard, as you know, especially people with some experience. They know how hard it is, and the small pieces like this one is impossible to do that differently than nicely, slowly in the finger that put it into place, and later on just to smooth it up in the best way you can. You know, there are many imperfections. You see how nose is looking now smooth and everything, and I'm just working all around any segment of the stone and just trying to shape that in the beautiful face. Well, there is the tits, for example, to take some dust out. No rush in this. Good. This is actually number one. I put it on the back not to make any mistake, and to put it here in the right place like this, and going to do another one, number two, and one by one to come to what actually is supposed to be. Before I'm just gluing the tits in the right place, I have to feel these areas here. Actually, this is a dark raisin color with raisin, dark, nearly black one. Then later, when I actually put the mother shell pearl, I'm not going to mess up actually or to do some spots of the white teeth. That means it's better slowly to feel everything that's just to place inside the mother shell pearl. Well, I hope that you found that at least attractive like myself, and thank you for following me what I'm doing. I wish you the best in your projects. This is the Blue Ritual Mask artwork from Branko Stipanovic ArtCase Restoration and artist in this case. Thank you for following me.